Yo, what's up? It's your boy. I'm Alex, and welcome to episode 4 of our Pokemon Red/FireRed Randomized Nuzlocke. I just ate, and I'm excited to get this recording session done. Um, we have a lot to go through this episode. We're in Mount Moon. Uh, but before we start, I wanna just, since we have a bit of a team now, I wanna recap that. So first up, we got Vulpix with the ability Arena Trap and the attacks Ember, Will-O-Wisps, Confuse Ray, and Flamethrower. Then we got the Flareon with the static ability and Tackle, Tail Whip, Helping Hand, and Sand Attack. No fire attacks yet, but we're gonna get there. And then we got the Butterfree with the Pure Power ability and the attacks Confusion, Poison Powder, Supersonic, and Sleep Powder. As you can see, I leveled them up a little bit. Not too much. Maybe took me 10 minutes or so. So, um, yeah, let's go through Mount Moon. I mean, it's not that far, so let's just do it. Obviously, the flamethrower on the Vulpix will come in very handy, but I actually realized when I got it that Vulpix isn't actually that strong without the evolution. And I think it's a bit of time until we can get the Firestone. I mean, as I said before, it's in Cerulean City. If it's not randomized, but I don't think the department store is randomized. I'm not sure. So we could be looking at a Firestone um, just before the fourth gym, if we don't find one randomly in the wild, which we probably won't. Um, yeah, but I want to continue leveling up the Flareon as well, just so we have like a fire type on the sideline basically. And obviously I want to get an attack on a physical attack on the Butterfree because of the pure power ability. Um, because I actually didn't check, but I think it doubles its attack power, so and that's obviously really strong. Is this actually randomized? I think it is, right? Yeah, so we really got hidden power and wish. Now I think in this gen you can actually only use the TMs once. So there's no point actually in using them just so we have a move, because it actually uses them up. Like in later gems I will sometimes just teach a Pokemon a move temporarily, right? So if it doesn't have any good moves yet, I will just give him like Flamethrower or something until it learns better moves. But right now I don't think it's worth in this gen, because maybe we can actually use these moves later on for a more important Pokemon or for more important cause. So, yeah. Damn. Really don't want to be sleeping right now. No, actually, I'm not that sure about some of the passive or non-attacking moves like Focus Power. I think Focus Power gives you more crit chance, but I'm actually not sure. So Please excuse me if I make mistakes because of that. Like if someone uses a move that I should be worried about and I'm totally not worried. It's just because I sometimes don't know moves. But usually, I mean, especially in lower gens, I should be fine. Later on, the higher gens, I haven't played them as much. And only recently, so I'm a bit more, well, not rusty since I never was unrusty. But, um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know it as much. I also don't know fairy types very well. Like, I know steel is good on them, and dragon is has no effect, but I'm actually um I'm actually not that knowledgeable of the last two gens, maybe even the last three gens, although Gen 5 I played a bit more than 6 and 7. Yeah, so there's a fire type move. Um, I actually should check out um the the moveset of Flareon. See if there's a level we have to get it to a certain point, or we should get it to. I think for now we're just gonna switch train him up. I mean, he's already with level 16. He's at a good level right now, especially with when we have the Vulpix at level 30 in the bank. We should be fine, and obviously we're gonna get a huge boost to our power when we can finally evolve the Vulpix. Let me just switch Burner to the front, so we can actually train him up a bit more. Really just hoping for random Firestorm, that would be pretty good. Now what I was actually pretty excited about when I played Pokemon Let's Go was actually, well, I was amazed from the beginning, right? But when I got to Mount Moon, uh, what I really liked about it and what made me really nostalgic is when we get out of this battle, there are these little water springs coming from the wall. And I remember them as a child, like they look kind of weird because obviously there's no real 3D effect on them. So I remember them quite clearly in my head, and I was really excited when I saw them in Pokemon Let's Go because they were at the exact locations and they looked exactly the same. Just, well, obviously with 3D and all that jazz now, but it was really great. And I also found out why we have so many different encounters. I think the randomizer um synchronize. I think the randomizer doesn't take like the Pokemon and puts another Pokemon in its place. I think it actually takes the Pokemon at that exact level and puts another Pokemon at that place, and the same Pokemon at another level gets randomized to another Pokemon. So Rattata level 2 is randomized to, let's say, a Scyther, and a Rattata level 3 is randomized to a Charmander or something, you know. And I think in another randomizer uh, I used before, it was God. It was they just randomized the Pokemon. So a Rattata level 2 was a Scyther, and a level 3 was also a Scyther, and I should not have attacked. But I think we should be fine. Yeah, but let's switch out. Maybe should have switched out to Hugo, but I also want to train up the Butterfree as well. Because I mean, Hugo's already level 30. I'd rather train up the lower levels, even though level 20 is at the moment sufficient for the Butterfree. Um, I think I won't heal right now because we only have that one potion, and I'd rather save that. Maybe if we get into a situation in a fight where we need it, I'd be pretty upset if I used it just out of the battle, where it was actually not really an emergency. So yeah. I didn't know Hitmonchan had pursued. A lot of Pokemon actually have pursued. And that actually is something that I'm not sure it bothers me necessarily. Um, but I realized that a lot of Mons have pursued, and a lot of Pokemon actually have Dark type moves. Like Bite is. I mean, it's Bite, right? Like obviously a lot of Pokemon can just bite, so it makes sense they have their attack. But it's also a bit weird then that it is an a Dark type attack and not just a normal type attack. I think we got the exact same amount of money as we got experience from that guy. That's kind of funny. Oh, and we get the fossil now, which actually doesn't do a lot for us right now because we can't what's the word I'm looking for? We can't actually revive it, right? Like bring it to life until later on. Mm, that's a Charizard. I mean that's experience, but I'd rather keep my hit points right now, cause there's at least one trainer that we still need to battle. And right now I really don't want to run back to the Pokemon Center. It's kind of funny. It's at the entrance of Mount Moon, but um it's still it still feels further away just than when you're in the overworld and just running back to Pokemon Center in the town. Kinda. I think it's because every step is a possible encounter, like because you're in a cave. So you encounter Zubats all the time, so it's kinda annoying. Well, that was our start. But as we know, it doesn't actually have any attacks. Any good attacks that are stab or something, so I think we're fine. Now I'm playing quite risky, keeping them out with 21 HP. Ooh, especially with the sandstorm. But I think we're good. Um, the Bellasum won't really do anything to us, I think. And maybe the Ember even. No, it won't kill. But yeah, see, we're good. We are good. And that gives us another level up, so. I mean, 2 ones about level 20, one at level 30. I think we're definitely set for the next gym. And there's actually a bit more to go for to the next gym. So I think we're good for a while. So I know that I'm actually not sure if there was an item here. I think the trainer, the trainer we just battled, moves in. Let's go Pikachu. Let's go Eevee. He moves to the right where I just thought there might be an item. I think that's what it is. I'm not actually. No, actually, I'm wrong. The trainer is standing right here, but he's not looking down. He's looking to the side. I think that was what was confusing me. But yeah, it's kind of fun to see the things they changed for the new games and the things they kept the same. Hey, stop! I found these fossils. They're both mine. So as far as I understood, Mount Moon is actually full with fossils. I think it would actually be fun if they added like a mini game to, if they ever make if they ever release it again. Like not in Let's Go way where you can't actually battle wild Pokemon and it's kind of a bit different. But at a point where maybe they actually release a proper remake of this game. I'd actually like it if they uh, made up some mini games, and for example, one mini game here could be like to search for fossils. Maybe just not every fossil can be revived or something, you know. I should have switched to the Flareon. That would actually be quite fun, I think. More mini games in general, so you have something to do, especially while you're um, while you're playing the game, so you're not so enticed to just run through the game, right? Go from one gym to the next. I think that would be pretty cool. It's also not always the same, right? I mean, it's fun to battle, um, but let's take the dome fossil. Easy. All right. I'm always checking the craters because I think the craters are actually hidden items. Well, it looks like that's the point where hidden items would be, right? Like maybe where in the original game there would be Moonstone. At the same time though, why are craters in the caves, right? It makes sense if they're on the on the hill, right? But actually makes no sense if they're in the cave. What's this? What is this? Um, let's use the potion now, just in case in this double battle. I actually wanna. No, it's not. Spore. Oh, I don't actually remember these two guys. Metals sound sharply lower special defense. Interesting. Well, not really good moves. Sadly, but it's fine. So actually Twin Needle. I actually should not have used that. Should not have used that potion, but I think this is an encounter, so oops. Switch. So let's see what we can get and hopefully catch it. That's a water Pokemon, that's pretty nice. And it shouldn't be too hard to catch since it can still evolve. Although, does it need... I think it might also need a water stone, I'm not sure. Alright, I think this should be catchable pretty easily. Actually, that's cleaner water Pokemon. And we got 14 balls, easy. And we still got the encounter to the north of Cerulean City, which is Route 5, I think. This is Route 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was an easy catch. Nice. Uh, can we get actually a bike right now? Or is it only later on? I think it costs money, right? Like 1 million. Yeah. So we get like a coupon like later on, right? If I remember correctly. Oh look, in Let's Go Pikachu, she actually has a electrode right here and it's not standing in front of the bush. I wonder if there's like if there's like some trade we can do or something here. Would be actually pretty nice. Espeon for Magnemite. No, I don't think so. Espeon was a name I keep not knowing of the Eevee evolution. Should definitely try to remember this, but it's hard for me. I don't know why. I can um never remember this name. I could never, like, even as a child. Although as a child, I really didn't know that many English names anyway, so I was in here already, right? So I think um actually having the battle with our rival right now, so I'd rather stay um with Hugo in front, because I think he has a starter in front as well, which should not be evolved right now. I'm not sure if he ever evolves it. Crushing berries. Actually, let's see what it does. I don't think I ever did that. I think we had one berry that said, like, hey, you should crush this berry. Um, how about you don't? Thanks. Oh, it's probably. Never mind then, I thought it was gonna be easier. But I don't wanna have it connect somewhere, or if that's even possible with he wasn't here, right? Yeah. So I think all that's left to do is fight a rival. Yo, Alex, you still struggling along back there? I'm doing great. I caught a bunch of Pokemon. Here, let me see what you caught, Alex. Let's show him what we caught. Oh, he has a Rhydon. What? What? How has he a Rhydon at level 17? Well, I guess it's random. But damn. I was kind of expecting like his Need Arena, you know, just chilling, and he has a Red Tata, right? Oh, I should have switched him. Should have trained up the other ones. Well, it's fine. It's fine. I was just gonna power through him. Easy peasy. I wonder if he still has the Need Arena, because in the second match he had it. Yeah, see, he keeps it. I wonder if he evolves them. I'm not sure. What was the second Pokemon in the first battle we had against him? I don't remember. Smell ya later. Oh, you're right. I feel sorry for you. The fame checker. I don't remember that. What is that? Oh, I don't remember these at all. Oh wait, yeah, I do remember them. Mount Moon, man. Okay, never mind then. I remember it, I just never used it, so that's why. Alright, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. Um, Next episode we're gonna go over the bridge, meet Bill, and hopefully, I think we should be able to easily go through that and actually have time to hit the gym. So, I hope I see you then. Have a good one. Goodbye.